Hello everyone and welcome back to A Writer's Starting Line. My name is Katie and I'm an inspiring author. I have started a blog about a year ago called awritersstartingline.blog, powered by WordPress. I do have the link in the description if you are interested in checking it out. But for this channel, I am reading all of those posts out loud to you so that I can reach an even greater audience, especially those who prefer the audiobooks over the written word. So, this week we have The Abandoned Island. It was posted on June 18th, 2025. And the writing prompt for this week was, they sold us an island for only $5. Why? It was that simple. They give you a small little snippet and you write the rest. And boy, did I write the rest. This is the first in a series I actually wrote. I will mention them all together when they get posted because they are not going to be back to back. But each one I will show. I've lost my train of thought. This is real. This is me. I don't really know how to edit videos very much, so when I lose my train of thought, you're going off the rails with me. So, let's start reading this story, shall we? We sail up to the old, worn-out dock. Nobody has been here in almost 50 years, which is odd because it's just a short 30-minute offshore. It was privately owned until about 5 years ago. Then it wound up in probate court. No family wanted to claim it, so finally a judge ordered for it to be sold off. The family tried to say it shouldn't be sold and it just leave well enough alone. The judge reminded them that they had no say unless they wanted to own it again themselves. So when we showed up asking about available property, we never imagined an island would be on the list. We pull up our camping gear from the boat. We are going to get to know the land and try to build a house here. We found an open clearing near the beach and make camp. After a quick meal, we decide to go for a hike. The island is peaceful. A few small creatures that we will easily be able to coexist with all of them. It's a small island and we can walk around the perimeter in a day easily. When we make it back to our campsite, we feed the fire, eat again, and settle in for the night. A couple hours later, I woke up with an odd feeling. Almost sounds like someone is out there talking. I peek my head out of my tent, just as everyone else is doing the same. We all agree that we hear a distant whispering, though no one can quite make out what is being said. With only a few hours left until morning, we set up a watch to be sure that we are safe, agreeing we will investigate further inland in the daylight. As the sun breaks the horizon, the whispering sound fades, so suddenly that you would almost think it hadn't been there at all. We all look at each other, questioning our sanity. We made a large breakfast, and with full bellies, we convinced ourselves it was just a nocturnal insect native to the island. So we packed up camp and started to head out. The plan for the house is to find a large clearing that we won't have to disturb much. Then we will build a storage shed near the dock to hold a trailer or golf cart to be able to transfer supplies from the boat to the house. We have been exploring for quite a few hours when we break through a thick section of trees into a huge clearing. In the middle of the clearing is an ornate old house that looks like the previous owner hadn't been here in years. Yet the house looks like it has been kept up. We can't believe our luck. Not only had this island been a steal, but now we won't have to build the house we wanted because it's already here. With excitement, as if we were kids at Christmas, we go in the house to explore. It is perfect. It is almost as if somebody had been spying on our plans and replicated the house and stuck it here. All the charm in an old farmhouse with all the amenities for being off the grid. We joke about how the island doesn't want us to leave. Upon inspection of all the rooms, we determine that with the supplies we have, we can stay here tonight. Then, though I can see on all of our faces the apparent bugs are still out there, and we never identified them, we settle in for the night, trying to convince each other we will be fine. Within an hour, we all jump out of bed again. The whispering started again. They sound just as indistinct as they had last night, which scares us more. But what scares us more is there is a thick fog that surrounds us. Behind the fog, there seems to be an eerie red glow coming from the surrounding forest. We can't seem to approach the forest anymore either. It doesn't feel like a force field. Just that our feet change direction of their own accord. All night, the glow never ceases. The fog hovers thick around us, and the whispering is constant. We try to stay huddled in the shelter of the house, but the fog creeps in from every crick and crevice. The whispering seems to be inside our minds now, and the glow won't go away even when we close our eyes. Finally, the dawn breaks, and it all fades away. We decide, right then and there, that no matter what, we are leaving the island and never coming back. After we packed up, the feeling of being trapped washes over us. Our number one priority becomes getting off the island. As we approach the forest again, we finally can reach it. We hike as fast as we can to the boat. We are scared. We haven't been able to put our finger on what happened here. We just know that this is no place for people. We reach the boat and pray that it starts. It does on the first try. To our relief. We make it back to the mainland in record time. That's when we collectively take our first big breath in 2 days. Within 2 months' time, we have forged documents about soil contamination that should keep people away for at least a couple of centuries after we die. But the nightmares about being trapped and someone talking just out of sight never really go away. The end. Like I said, I do end up finishing the story, or expanding on the story is what I should say, and more parts to come. I will link each previous video to the one that I post as they come up, and I will let you guys know, so that way you know where to go look to read the entire story. This was the first time that I could officially say that my characters were not cooperating with me. I wanted them to stay on the island for a week. But that first night, they were just so scared. They wanted off the island. Every time I wrote a sentence about them going to explore more, their fear was there. Their anxiety was there. So, I listened to my characters. And that is when I kind of found out that's how I write. I have to listen to my characters. They tell me their stories. I can't outline. I can't clan, not too far. Because my characters, they're going to do what they want. And they're telling me their story so that I can tell it further on. So, I hope that makes sense. At least to some other authors out there. But if you like the story, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions of what you want to hear about next, or what you thought about this story. And hit the subscribe button with the notifications so that you never miss out on the next one. Thank you all for listening, and you have a good night.